Rob the Man Media, baby. I was just calling in, man. I said I was gonna call in when you was on the Colorado, but we ran out of time with calling.
Yeah, yeah.
But you're right, man. With the 3 stars, you got to build the program. You got to build that trust. So when you look at, Miami and Colorado, they kind of in the same boat when it comes to the recruiting and why they not, why Colorado doesn't have a lot of commitments yet because people want to see where things are going to go.
True.
Coach Prom is making it happen. Getting his shoe back with Nike, signed a Nike deal.
That was
So
smooth.
he's getting the brand built up. So you're gonna see that coming with Colorado. I'm telling you that right now.
Oh,
But
I agree.
y'all Miami Hurricanes fan, y'all just need to relax, man. Chris Ball gonna help, but I mean, I'm just a general football fan in general.
Hmm.
But I'm Coach Prom at heart, man. So I'm just ready to see some domination. But I definitely want to talk to you about this 6-6 record that you talking about with Colorado.
Okay, real quick, I'm gonna respond, and then we could definitely jump into it. But to your point, Rob, I know I got some flack. My ladies was on me, and I know the ladies be tough, boy. Listen, and I get it, right? Nessa and them, and I know it's all love, it's all in fun, and I get it, right? And Linda, and I believe Aaron, and so forth. And listen, the only thing I said was they weren't gonna go 12-0. And boy, and I even prefaced it by saying, please don't think I'm a hater because I'm saying they're not going 12-0. But anyway, back to my point. I'm a Prime fan. I have to be honest. I'm not a Colorado fan. I'm a Prime fan. Like there are people who are LeBron fans, but they're not Laker fans, right? I'm a Prime fan. I always argue with my buddies when we always talk about who's the greatest athlete of all time. I say Prime over Bo Jackson simply because of longevity. Now I have to be honest. If Bo played as long as Dion and did as long, unfortunately he got injured. But if he played as long, then Bo might have edged him out just because of the position he played and how hard, you know what I mean, you had to play that position 12 years. But man, Prime dog, he's a winner at all costs. And the fact that I know this dude's a winner, what he's going through right now with health issues and he's still on the saddle, bro, that tell you right there, that dude got it. You know how many people would have kicked the bucket, man, and say, man, hold up, man, I'm gonna go take care of myself. I don't need to do this.
Yeah, that would just take the money and ran for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Or even gave it back, but they would have taken care of themselves. He's putting his stuff first. But let's jump into this because I told you, as soon as the first person called, the floodgates open. I already got a lot in the queue. So let's talk about the 6-6 record right quick.
Yes, sir, let's get it.
All right. Only reason I say 6-6, like I've said before, I think that I know that there's a brand new team. I know it's not the same team that we saw in the spring. This is not a knock. This is not a knock. I look at things from a coach's perspective. That's how I do. I'm like I've got rid of my fandom a long time ago. And it's like anything, right? When you look at things, everything is a percentage. When you kind of look at stuff, when you've had experiences and you look at stuff, I'm not saying I'm the greatest of all time. Never said that. But what I do know is I've done this 25 years and I know the complications that can happen. You understand me? I understand the complications in life and football that can happen. And with that, you have to remember one thing about this game, it is hard to go 12-0. It's very rare you see, especially in today's game, with the transfer portal, these kids transfer and national recruits, the talent so spread out, it's very hard to go 12-0. Like I say, even Alabama have only been undefeated twice in a 13 or 14-year career Nick Saban's had there. So the odds of him going 12-0 are slim to none, but that's okay. That doesn't mean he failed. That does not mean he failed. Now let's go to the 6-6. The only reason I say that, there's going to be some growing pains in there. And he's got some tough schedules in there. Some games going to be dropped for various reasons. I can't name them all, but I think so. That's just my opinion. Go for it, Robin, and I'm going to have to get some other guys in here.
I say this, man. The only three toughest games on the schedule for Colorado is Utah, Oregon, and USC. That's the three hardest games,
I,
right?
I agree.
Everybody else, you can just say you can just say we're gonna dominate them. It's 14-21 plus on everybody else. Starting off with TCU being a national game, they're gonna come out just to set the primary to a highest level they can. Nebraska don't really got a chance because they're rebuilding their program with Matt Rule. They just don't have the talent like Colorado has to sustain that. Then you're gonna beat CSU. That's just a given. But then once you get to Oregon, that's going to be the real test of where the team is really at. You want to get to Oregon and be as injury free as possible, not sustain a major injury. Because that's the only thing that could really derail the season. But outside of that, it's only three hard games that Colorado got. Everybody else is just they should better handle business, take care of business. As long as the top two depth chart wise stay healthy, majority of the season, Colorado will take care of business. That's how I look at it.
And Rob,
I see a
not
lot
to
of people
cut you
say
off, Rob,
Sixers. Yeah,
but Rob, not to cut you off, that is also a primary piece I'm putting in there. Injury, and I'm glad you said that. A lot of people don't talk about that. You have to remember, when you talk about injury, so many players get nicked and dinged up in these games. And here's what a lot of people don't understand. These doctors are so scared. It ain't back in the day. How many fingers I got up, Rob? Okay, good. Get
yeah,
back in there. Those days are done. The concussion protocol is super high. They got a doctor check a doctor to check the doctor to make sure they're not going to get sued. So there's a lot of
yeah,
differences from the way we look at it today than what it was yesteryear. And injury is really why I'm saying that. People don't realize how many injuries happen on a team. When I looked at Alabama last year, I want to say they had, out of the 22 starters, I want to say they had 18 injuries where a guy didn't start a game of their 22 starters. I'm not saying they were out for the season, but it was at one point they didn't
yeah.
play.
They
Like
missed the 1 or 2 games. Yeah, I'm with
that's
you.
that's what I'm saying, and that plays a big part in this, man. And so that's where I am with it. But go ahead, finish your last point. I'm gonna get the next guys in.
I was just gonna say, man. Look at the season in general. The floor for me for Colorado is 9-3. The ceiling, it could be 12-1, 13-1, however you want to look at it. But Coach Promise, they finna come do some roll call. That's what I'm telling you right
I
now.
love it, man. I
Um,
love it.
you know, they gonna do some roll calling. It's gonna be some up and downs throughout the season, but people just gotta stay the course because Coach Promise coming, we coming, and best believe that they are coming. And the narrative of what these people are talking about in the press that Colorado's a lose in this lose situation is ridiculous because Colorado is 1-11. They can't do nothing but go up, so you can't be in a lose-lose situation.
Mhm.
That's what I'm gonna say upon it. But I would love to call back in, when you do a Colorado topic, and we can definitely chop it up some more about Colorado for
Well,
sure.
come on to be a guest. I do it Thursdays, man, at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. So come on, man. You can be a guest. If you want to pop on, you're more than welcome to call in. However you want to do it, I don't care, man. I let anybody come on. Let's have fun. We have dialogue. And we do what we have to do. I just, like I say, people, I can go back and forth. Like I said, they talk. Al Love said that the young man Demoy, I believe his name was on Colin's show yesterday.
DK, the more Kennedy, baby. That's my sleeper, baby.
I love it, man. So yeah, he's gonna be good. But I just say, like I said, I look at it, and every team's have struggle. Like you think about as good as Georgia was last year, they almost dropped the game. They literally almost dropped the game to Mizzou. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
they
it's
almost,
football. It's
they almost lost
football.
to Kent State.
That's my point. That like it. They found a way to pull it out. But let me push